Hello everyone, welcome to another segment of Balandeli Belanga. It's your host here, Unga Umlandeli Belanga. It's me again, the follower of the sun wherever it goes. Today I'm coming to you on Friday, in Freya, the day of Freya, or the day of Venus, the morning star. Oh yes, and Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. 13 meaning, of course, 12 around 1. 12 around that one central sun that we are all following, whether we know it or not. And of course, the other orbs as well. And today I want to introduce the idea of planetary hours, or the idea of giving to each hour of the day between sunrise and sunset, giving it a planet or a particular frequency. Now, I understand there's a lot of misinformation about these systems, and so let me just to remind each other that all I'm presenting is a system of order, a system of stacking the forces around us into one whole that we can work with. And so if you're uncomfortable with the term planets, you can number them 1 to 7 if you like, as long as you are aligning those, or call it A to G, or call it the 7 churches, or whatever you want to call it, because some of us, unfortunately, we are still in that mind frame that in the mythologies, there's still the good guys and the bad guys. As far as the mythology is concerned, and so the other day I found a weird altercation when a Hebrew Israelite is an African Hebrew Israelite, a Nigerian, is saying to American Hebrew Israelites, you guys worship on the day of Saturn. Saturn, of course, being Satan, the Saturnian worship. You guys are worshiping the celestial sphere. We are worshiping Yod correctly, because we are keeping moon Sabbaths. And I'm like, but you're still talking about the same thing. You are saying to this guy, you are worshiping on Saturday, and I am worshiping on the day of the moon. But it has not changed. There is still a celestial orb above you on the day that you are worshiping on. But yeah, that's just one example. There's a lot of weird things that we've ascribed to these spheres or orbs, or whether it's a planet or whether it's a vibrational frequency. And I'm coming from an angle where it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you are calling it, what you believe it to be. It doesn't matter, as long as you understand that throughout the day, those frequencies register along certain lines throughout the day and the evening, of course. Yes, Abalandeli Belanga, we are after the work behind the allegories, the work behind the allegories. And so yes, to get to it now. So we have the 7 spheres, the 7 spheres of influence. And I also want to say the spheres of influence independent of our belief, whether we believe in it or not. The spheres, same as with the sun, because I understand there's some among us who agree that the sun influences us, or influences the nature around us, and us as products of the nature, including us as well. But somehow the other orbs, or the other 7 spheres, that interplay with the sun, somehow they don't. Which is weird, of course, because but anyway, we're not here for that. So what do we have? We have the 7 planets. No, why not 12? 7, because the 7 are the ones which are closest or move closest to our Earth, where it can actually create effects on our sphere. And of course, it doesn't matter whether you think we're living on a plane or a globe. It doesn't matter, guys. Saturn still rises, Saturn still falls, the sun still rises, the sun still falls. An electric fan still works like an electric fan. Whether you believe it's flat or it's round, it's immaterial. It does not affect the science. That will change, of course, when flat earthers start giving us a science based on their system. But for now, it's immaterial whether you believe it's flat or it's round. Hey man, reality is, or the effect thereof. And so from starting with the furthest one, being Saturn, of course, or Satan, as I've put across, which is Nomakama in Zulu. Or they also call him Old Man Time or Kronos in other mythologies, as the father of chronology. In some mythologies, Saturn is actually believed to be our old sun. In that system of beliefs, whereby we have a sun and then through time it either moves away from us or something like that, and then we have a new sun. But yeah, I'm not here for that. So what do we have? We've got Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon. Yeah, the order still gets to me a bit. So yes, it's Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon, in that order. And so now to place now these planets into a day, for example, today being Friday, the day of Venus, to get this technically correct, technically, you'd need to know sunrise and sunset on that day. And then you would place you would take those two times and then divide it, or you would take that time frame, sunrise to sunset, and divide it into 12, and divide your day into 12, or into 12 hours. And of course, they're not going to be an hour exactly, because sunrise and sunset changes slowly but surely. So if you're going to use an almanac, for example, which can tell you that sunrise on this specific day is at that, but I like just giving each planet an hour. It's still fine as well, but if you want to get technical about it, that's how you would do it. And then to calculate the evening hours, you would have to take now the hour of the day on the pole opposite. To take it to the evening hour now, you would have to take that hour, minus it from 120 minutes. Then you will get those hours for the night. Or, because we're in the age of technology, you can just use the internet. There's apps, there's websites that actually calculate these things to a T. And yes, you'll have to put in your geographical location. It does pick up the southern hemisphere, so yes, you will be correct as far as that is concerned. And so yeah, today being Friday, we would give that first hour to Venus. And then naturally what follows Venus, we go to Mercury, then we go to the Moon. After the Moon, we're back at Saturn again, and then you go Jupiter, Mars, Sun, and so on and so forth. But yes, that is how you break it up. And like I said, you can give these 12 portions values if you want. You can give it equations. It's a system of ordering the effects or the illusions of effects around us, so that we can understand them. And just to go into it a bit further, in another system now where you are giving the morning to the vibration, I'm not going to say constellation anymore, because like I've been saying, these are symbols. So if we give the sunrise, that Aries energy, or the number 1, or the letter A, the Aleph, this is something that we can see. You can feel it, you can hear it. You can hear the birds chirping. You can feel the sudden rush in nature. Where if you're a man like me, you know, when you're getting up in the morning, you know, the land down south. Imile. Nyonyana umile. Because that is that morning energy. And then after our morning rituals, we move to Taurus energy. But now in that system, that would be, you give the constellation energy 2 hours to each constellation. But what I'm trying to get at is that these are realities that we can experience. We can experience. We are not talking about something that is not there. We can experience it. We feel it. And so yes, that is how you would break down these hours now. And so yes, kubantwana bethongo, I would say your prayers now, for example, that is how you would break them up into, so that you know that, for example, or you are a sangoma, or among those, someone comes to you at 9 o'clock in the morning for a reading. At 9 o'clock, you would know this is if it's on a Friday, you would know that, okay, from sunrise, an hour from sunrise takes us to, what time is sunrise now? I think it's like, what, 6:38, I think. So they would probably roughly put us at the moon or Saturn. But like I said, guys, you can just use the internet to check these things. You don't have to try and be a brain buffing and calculate. A lot of the stuff you can, you've got computers for calculating these things. That is how now you would center a reading with the energies around you. Understanding, of course, that those energies, they are also affecting what? That reading, they are also affecting how you are perceiving that person in front of you. Collectively, by the way, with your helpers. Because I am of the opinion that they are also affected by these signals, or by these vibrations. So what's the other word? Or these octaves, yes, if I can put it like that, these octaves. And so quite naturally, being in the hour yenhlolo, or hour onyusanga ngayo a certain energy, or isithunywa esithize, it becomes very much more important. And then to go even further into this, you might want to add your birth time, and your missing capstone. This is where now you are taking it to yourself to better understand yourself. The capstone video I covered in I can't remember. I'll make a link and put it there. But so yes, guys. In a nutshell, that is how you do the planetary work. And what else? Yes. I think that's all I had to share for today. And thanks for listening. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And we are also on Facebook. It's capital N, G, and small letter A. Nga. Thanks, guys. Happy Friday, the 13th.